I think we need an urgent debate on home care packages. I don't think it, I know it. I've been listening over the last couple of days to government senators and government deputies wringing their hands and saying this is terrible. The HSE are cutting €8 million between now and Christmas, which is equivalent to about 400 to 450,000 hours of home care between now and Christmas. And if I remind members on the government side, this is on top of 500,000 hours that have been cut already. Now, I listened with great interest to a colleague of ours, Senator John Whelan, last night, railing against the HSE and saying this is awful. How can the HSE do this in the Department of Health? Can I remind government members that Ambrose McLaughlin was appointed Secretary-General of the Department of Health by Minister Riley in April with no public notification of that job. He was appointed and he is the chairman of the HSE. Furthermore, Minister Riley handpicked Cathal McGee's successor. Cathal McGee, we'll all remember, was driven out by Minister Riley, effectively. His successor, Tony O'Brien.
You should refrain from mentioning the names
of
public officials.
Well, I'm not sure, Caroline, whether there's a problem in mentioning the Secretary General of the Department of Health, who is Mr. Ambrose McLaughlin, and
as you know, officials are members of the House and they cannot come in to defend themselves.
Oh, well,
in the case,
yeah, but I'm going to defend them now.
It doesn't matter.
I'm actually.
It doesn't matter
whether you're speaking. I'm going to defend them. Yeah. I'm defending them against what the government are using them as a shield. Because let's be straight, in the HSE Governance Act, we actually tabled amendments on this in this very House that proposed the new Director General would be subject to the Public Appointments Act. You rejected it. The Minister handpicked these two individuals. I'm listening to government TDs and government senators yesterday telling people they support the carers, that we're with the carers and we want the HSE to reverse this cut. I'll give you just a little tip, and Senator Whelan and the others who are very concerned about this, go and talk to your Minister for Health, because he controls the HSE. The buck stops with him. You cannot get away from this. And the one solution to this is simply to reverse that cut. I don't think any of us, in fairness, or any of you on the government side, want to see cuts to carers, or want to see people who are badly incapacitated, like they were yesterday, people making a great effort to come in here to protest at Leinster House for the sake of £8 million. Now, if you really want to do it, well then take responsibility for doing it. And don't be blaming Tony O'Brien and Ambrose McLaughlin for this cut. The Minister decided on this cut. Fine Gael and Labour decided on this cut. So 950,000 home care hours have been taken out of the system. Now, I am tabling an amendment to the order of business here this morning that the Minister for Health or one of his juniors, I believe he's talking to both of them at the moment, which is good, or one of his juniors, come in here to the House today to actually tell us what is the government policy in relation to home care hours. What is the government policy? And does page 38 of the programme for government that says not only will you retain the home care packages that are there, you will increase them. So it's a matter of the programme for government signed up to by Fine Gael and by Labour, both of you. So don't come in here with crocodile tears and tell us that you're railing against the HSE because they're an awful bunch of people who've taken 450,000 home care hours. I want the Minister in here today. There's ample time. My proposal an amendment to the order of business is that the Minister for Health, Minister James Riley, come into this House and explain to us, is it government policy to cut home care hours, and to ask him furthermore to very simply reverse the cut, because he wasn't too quick and hasn't been too quick at cutting consultants' pay. He won't touch the people at the higher end of the echelons in the health service who he advocated for long enough in his own private capacity. He won't touch them. But no. What he'll do is he'll cut people who are on less than €10 an hour. Who are on less than €10 an hour. So I'd really like, well, maybe Senator Baptich, when she gets to her feet, will tell me if it's Labour Party policy, to cut home care hours, and have you, as the leader of the Labour group, in the Senate, actually ask Minister Riley to reverse the cut to home care hours. 950,000 hours this year alone. It's an absolute disgrace.
Senator Baptich.